Well, we're back on Bring It Home. I'm Dave McIntyre from the Integrative Center for Homeland Security, and we're here with Alyssa Stephens, our operations officer. Alyssa, thanks for being with us.
Nice to be here.
Alyssa does lots of research for us every week and always brings us one thing she found especially interesting. So tell us just one thing you found interesting this week, Alyssa.
This week, most interesting, I found the annual threat assessment of the intelligence community, and this is put out by the Director of National Intelligence, written by Dennis Blair.
A new position established recently by Congress, Dennis Blair, the new head, the new DNI. So as he looked across the world and looked at the threats that the United States faced, what was new?
Well, new actually this year, a big threat is the global economic crisis. And time in this is the greatest factor. It's the greatest threat to us. The longer it takes for us to recover, the more likely we have a chance of greater problems.
Well, this is something that's new for the intelligence community to be talking about this, and I understand why declining housing prices are a threat to me, but why did he see this as a threat globally?
Well, our economy actually is a big player in the global economy, and so as ours had this downturn, a lot of other economies were affected, even booming ones such as China and India. And the longer it takes for our economy, for other economies to recover, the greater probability that there will be a lot more instability in the countries.
Instability within countries or between countries?
Correct.
So that was one thing that was new. Now he also covered a lot of threats that were we've seen before. So what were a couple of those that he talked about?
A couple of those were extremist terrorist groups, and the greatest capability to threaten us now are these smaller extremist Muslim groups that are taking root in Pakistan and Afghanistan in place of Al-Qaeda.
Now that was an interesting point. In place of Al-Qaeda, which he actually said was declining in power.
Yes, they are. They're actually declining in power quite a bit. I think in those areas there's a growing resentment towards their great violence.
So we've had some progress. We've been warring against Al-Qaeda. We've brought them down their numbers. We're controlling their finances. And they've been replaced to some extent by local extremist groups that really threaten the local government rather than an international threat.
Exactly.
There are a couple other things, of course, that we've seen before, talking about China and talking about Northeast Asia and so forth. But talk just a second about what you had to say about Mexico and the drug threat.
Well, Mexico and the drug threat is a huge problem because, first of all, they're one of the greatest suppliers of drugs in our country. A lot of drugs that come through here pass through Mexico at some point, if not originating there. Also, their location, their proximity to us, is a huge threat, as the violence they're afraid could possibly cross over border.
Violence and corruption both headed this direction. Well, if someone wanted to learn more about what Dennis Blair had to say, the Director of National Intelligence, where would they go to find that information?
Well, this report, along with others put out, are at dni.gov. They can also visit our website, homelandsecurity.tamu.edu.
homelandsecurity.tamu.edu. So there you'll learn more. You can also learn more by coming back to our YouTube channel, Bring It Home, where we'll take the lessons of Homeland Security and national security and bring them home to you. Thanks for being with us.